Welcome back, everyone. Let's see. On our last episode, we were working on. We were working on this trommel. Well, I've decided to give up on that. No, no, no. I'm just kidding. But on the way up to the mine the other day, let me show you what I found. One of the locks on our gate was open, and that lock is not supposed to be open. I looked at it kind of close and looked okay, except there was a piece broken off here. Somebody had pried the hasp so hard that they broke the locking cleat off of it. So this alerted me that I need to keep an eye open for problems. And here's the first one. Somebody stopped along the road and dug their tires in. From the footprint of this thing, it looks like it's a four-wheel drive truck. It looks like they might have gotten off the edge of the road. They got pretty big tires on it, pretty aggressive off-road tires. But with all the problems I've been having with my road lately, I surely don't need somebody cutting ruts in it. Well, once I got up to camp, I did a quick inventory and checked around. Everything looked okay. Talked to Robert, and he said that he had seen a truck pull into the mine entrance and turn around. It was a black four-wheel drive Ford with two guys in it. So I started heading down and I came across this. Somebody skid off the road here in the mud and stopped when they hit these trees here. So they are probably got some damage on the passenger side front. And while I was looking around, I found this part. Looking up the part number, I found out that it was a 2009 to 2014 Ford F-150. So we're looking for a black Ford F-150 with off-road tires and some damage on it. They're lucky because another 200 yards down the road, if they would have done this, they wouldn't have found the bodies for weeks. It's about a 300-foot drop with nothing but rocks. Well, enough of that. Back to the trommel. This is a mount that I made. I welded a bolt through a plate and then cut off the head. This will let me position the plate wherever I need it and then slip the motor on and bolt it down. So just weld and bolt. So I got the front one on. This is for the rear mounts. The manufacturer only had 2 bolts holding this unit into a dryer. So I figure if I use 3 bolts, I'll be even better off. So here it is running. It tracks pretty good. Spins around a little bit faster than I'd want it to, but what the hell, it's free. This motor and belt assembly, it's a little sketchy. I got to cover that motor because it's an open frame. Don't want to be doing the 60 cycle shuffle around here. So now it's time to do the plumbing. I got the plumbing roughed in here. No, I'm not going to start doing the Numa Numa dance. I got the plumbing roughed in here. You'll notice there's 2 pipes coming through the center. This half-inch one is for a bucket flush out. This valve will be a foot actuated, and it'll spray water into the bucket to flush it out and clean it. So here's the plumbing. There's a little hole in the center of the half-inch pipe, and that's where the water will spray into the bucket to flush the bucket out. Now I cobbled up this bracket to hold the front of the pipes steady because I wasn't too thrilled about them bouncing around in that hole. Now we need some place for the water to go, so we need to fabricate some tin. Or as they say in the air conditioning field, time to do some tin knocking. Now I'm sure that most of you can identify these as tin snips. There are 3 different types, or 3 different basic types. There's on this one, the green one, there's the yellow one, and there's the red one. or if you're colorblind, 3 shades of gray. The green one is what they call the right-hand shear. When you cut with it, the waste material curls up and off to the right. The yellow one is a straight shear. It cuts straight down the middle, kind of leaves a ratty edge on both pieces. And the red one is left-hand shears. This causes the waste material to curl up and out to the left. Don't let anybody tell you that the green is for the right-handed people, the red is for the left-handed people, and the yellow is for somebody else people. Alright, we've got our main drip pan mounted. Welded in a couple of brackets and put some screws in it so it's nice and firm. Now that I've got that in, I can put the barrel back on and put on the rest of it. We got a catch pan over on the left side to catch any splash that comes off the barrel. I don't know how much splashing there's going to be yet, so we might have to put pan all the way around it. Let's put some water to it and see what we get. Just crack open this valve. We got 90 psi of water from the spring, so we don't need to turn the water up all the way. So we just crack it open. And there's our intake sprayers. Those keep the front part wet. And once it's wet enough, it flows into the screen section. See a lot of splashing going on. I'm going to have to do something about that. It's getting on the motor. That can be a bad thing. And it's kind of slinging it out the backside too. I wish the drum didn't turn that fast. Maybe I'll try using a triac speed control or something. But let's throw some dirt in here and see what we get. This is just dry dirt. Scooped it up off the ground. It's got a lot of rock and pebbles in it. See if it filters that out adequately. Okay, it seems to have gone through. And here it is going through the screen of our fine material. And let's see what we get out the back end as far as waste. That's throwing out some pebbles. Here's our waste material. Anything bigger than screen door size gets washed out the back here. And that's what we want. We want this fine material here. And it's classified down to where it'll go over our shaker table very nicely. So the next thing to do is to take care of some of this splashing and cover the motor. And that should put us in the ballpark of running. We'll start processing some of this river mud that we've got and see if we can get some gold out of it. Well, if you're ever in the Angeles National Forest area and you happen across a black Ford 4-wheel drive F-150 with big tires on it and damage to the passenger front bumper, do me a favor and flip 'em the bird for me. See ya!